Have you heard of Marie Kondo?
No.
Apparently some people mistranslated what she says because she's Japanese, and so they thought she said you should only keep 30 books in your collection, and obviously BookTube exploded. Turns out she just said I would personally just keep 30 books. But anyway, what she says is that you only keep books that bring you joy, so that's what I did. I cleared out over half of my library. Time to do the unhaul.
Oh, these are not supposed to be given away.
Oh, you were about to give away Infernal Devices. Okay, my first book that I'm going to be giving away is Ace of Shades. It was just in my recent video about how much I hated this book. So
The first one I'm giving away is Zenith by Sasha Osberg and Lindsay Cummings. The only reason I ever actually bought this was because I thought I was going to go see them in San Francisco, but I didn't.
And then everyone hated it on the internet. So.
And
both of us are giving away all of our Throne of Glass books.
Mine are very controversial.
Anna has so many Throne of Glass books.
I have all of them. Leave me alone. They were good at first.
I read until Queen of Shadows. I gave up after Queen of Shadows. Here's the tea. I really like the first two books of this series. Like I love them.
The second one is one of my favorites.
Oh yeah. And then Air of Fire just
up. I read this one and it was good. I'm sorry about this, but her books are so fucking predictable. Like, people were like crying over it. I'm like,
okay, speaking of Sarah J. Maas, I'm also going to be giving away my copy of A Court of Rings and Ruin. This book was just a little boring to me. Like, I loved Akamath.
I like that book because there's a lot of plotting in this book for the war, but then the war kind of sucked.
Oh, yeah, that's true. The war did suck. That's why I don't like this book. It's like the war was so anticlimactic, and again, no one died.
I'm giving away Court of Frost and Starlight.
Just because it's trash.
Because it's trash. It was really cringe.
Another thing about the Throne of Glass series, Triana texted me one night. She's like, is Aelin really out here giving Rowan a blowjob? I do not give a f.
Okay, this is my note. I wrote, Lamau, why was this said? I really didn't need to know she gave him a BJ to thank him for fixing her fucking hand.
I know, that's so unhealthy, the fact that she was like, oh, you fixed my hand, let me just... The next book I'm going to be giving away is Snow Like Ashes by Sarah Ash. I didn't like hate this book. I actually kind of liked it the first time I read it. I couldn't tell you what the f this book is about right now. I read it in like 2014, and I have no idea what this book is about. I'm pretty sure this is like a typical YA novel.
Okay, the next one I have is Wild Card by Marie Lu.
Ooh, tea, spill the tea.
I liked the first one, but I lost interest in this one, and I don't think I'm gonna read it, you know? Okay, the next one I have is Red Rising by Pierce Brown. Another sci-fi I'm not into.
Okay, the next book I'm going to be unhauling is the sequel to Flame in the Mist. It's Smoke in the Sun. Again, I really didn't like this book, so I'm going to be giving it away to someone who could probably like it more than I will.
Okay, the next one I'm giving away is Nemesis by Brandon Rice. I'm actually giving away the second book as well. The first book was interesting. This is a sci-fi novel I liked, by the way. But I don't know about this one because I don't care that much. I don't want to read it. I'm not into it. I don't want to.
Next books I'm going to be giving away are the duology that came after the selection, The Heir and The Crown. Originally, I was just going to give away The Crown and keep The Heir because I really love the cover of The Heir. I might one day reread the selection series, like the trilogy, if I ever need like a really trashy getaway series, but this series, it's not as good as the originals.
If you haven't read the selection, what the hell are you doing?
It's gonna take you 3 seconds, and it's like dumb, but it's also a good time.
Okay, so I also have the selection and the late to give away because I have 2 copies.
Triana's gonna be pissed about these next books that I'm unhauling, but it's The Crown's Game and The Crown's Fate by Evelyn Skye. I read The Crown's Fate, The Crown's Game. I didn't like it that much, and so I don't see myself reading this book in the future, and I want to give them away to people that are actually going to read them and find joy into them. Sorry, Triana.
That's okay. I'm giving away Through the Evernight and Riders by Veronica Rossi because I'm never gonna read these books.
And then I'm giving away The Red Queen and the King's Cage. I actually read this twice, bro. And I really liked it both times, but I just don't see myself continuing the series. A lot of people don't like it. It's like 50 books long now. It just ain't it anymore. Like, I gotta say goodbye.
I'm giving away the exclusive collector's edition of Red Queen. And because I read this, it was okay. It wasn't great. But then I read the second book, and that was a mess. So it kind of ruined this one for me. Well, the next one I'm giving away is Wicked Like a Wildfire. I picked this up because, as you can see, the cover is stunning. Like, it's so pretty. But I read a few pages of it, and it's not my thing, so.
What is it even about?
I don't know. I just saw.
Next book I'm giving away is The Graveyard Book. I actually don't care about this book. That's gonna be a common theme, is I'm giving away a lot of books that I just don't care about.
The next one I'm giving away is The Devil's Thief. I actually adore this book. I just have 2 copies of it and an ARC, so I don't really need this. What it is, it's like Six of Crows with time traveling.
Next book I'm giving away is Flame of the Mist by Renee Audier. Again, I actually really like this book. I gave it 4 stars, but the book that followed it was bad. So I don't care about this book anymore. I kind of ruined Flame in the Mist. Kind of sad about this though, because this is, again, it's a book about Japanese culture, and there's like 0 books about Japanese culture in YA. YA needs to flex a little harder about that, but
The next one I'm giving away is Shadow of the
drag this, sis,
by
drag
Julie
it.
Keka. I don't know how to pronounce her name. But I went like 100 pages into this, and I had no clue what was going on.
Me! Trina's too nice to say this because she's a Hufflepuff head ass, but basically it was too confusing because it was badly written. Next book I'm giving out is This Star Won't Go Out. I bought this during the Fault in Our Stars craze when everyone and their mom was reading Fault in Our Stars back in like 2014, and I was like,
oh my god, I'm gonna buy the book about the girl that inspired the Fault in Our Stars.
And I read it once, and I have not touched this book since. I don't really know why I got this book in the first place, so it's gonna go.
The next book I'm giving away is Any Second by Kevin Emerson. I bought this book thinking that I was gonna read it, and I just don't care as much. Like, it didn't come out too long ago. It has an interesting premise.
Oh, the next one's kind of controversial. Triana was so surprised when she saw I was giving this one
pissed.
away. I'm giving away Wafer by Alexander Pope.
But are you still giving away Passenger?
I'm also giving away Passenger.
No!
Okay, so I'm giving away Passenger and Wafer because I just don't care about these books. Which is, okay,
I
here's
love
the
those
thing. This book was one of my favorite books of 2016. It was on my list. It was on that video. If you look at that video, it's there. And I really like this book, and I love the representation. I thought it was a really cool concept. A year later, when I picked up this book, I completely forgot what happened in this one, and I just had no idea what was going on. And I've tried to pick it up on multiple occasions, and I kept failing to get through like 3 pages. And at this point, I don't see myself ever finishing this book. It's so sad too, because look how pretty they are.
They're so pretty. Don't listen to her. These books are so good.
They're good. I completely
the characters
lost
are
track.
so great. And
You're making me doubt my decision.
I know, I'm making you doubt my decision. The next books, it's a series, but I'm giving away First Life and Life's Flood by Jenna Showalter. I bought these because they were really pretty covers, but I read some parts of this and I kind of didn't like it. I didn't find it really interesting at all.
So it's going out the window. The next books that I'm going to be giving away is the Kiss of Deception trilogy. Oh no, it's called The Remnant Chronicle. I'm actually giving them back to Triana because Triana gave them to me in the first place.
And I love these books. They're really good. They really broke my heart.
The reason I don't care is that like the first book, it was like good, but like wasn't anything like special for me. The next book I'm going to be giving away is This Savage Song by Victoria Schwab. Again, I actually like this book, but like at this point in time, I no longer care for it. It doesn't spark joy in me anymore. It was like a good book, but I don't see myself continuing the series, and there's so many other Victoria Schwab books that I want to get to before I get to the sequel of this one.
Okay, I'm giving away Ace of Shades, it's by Amanda Foody.
Next book I'm going to be giving away is Truth Witch by Susan Dennard. Again, I actually like this book too, but like it was mediocre. I gave it 3 stars. I don't see myself continuing the series. It was like complicated, and I don't really remember what happened in this book, and I want to give it away.
I'm giving away City of Bones by Cassandra Clare because I didn't like this book.
Ooh, tea. Then the next book I'm giving away is Joelle Charbonneau's The Testing. This was one of the first books I ever hated in like 2012 during the Hunger Games phase, because this was like, it was described as like, oh, it's something that the Hunger Games fans will love. It's like in the blurb, and I remember hating it because it was like a more boring, slower version of the Hunger Games, and I remember hating it as like a 9-year-old. And I've kept it ever since.
I'm giving away From Twinkle with Love by Sandhya Menon. This book was meh.
The next book I'm going to be giving away is from the Heart of Dread series. It's called Stolen. It's the second book, and I actually have a review for it, and that was all in like 2015. And I'm pretty sure there's like sequels that are out, but I'm never going to finish this series. I just had this book out of nostalgia.
I'm giving away Lily and the Octopus by Stephen Rowley, because I'm just never going to read this.
Next book I'm going to be giving away is Revenge of Seven by Pegasus Lore. This is like the 7th book of the I Am Number 4 series. I actually loved the I Am Number 4 series. I remember
that phase.
in 6th grade, I was like on top of those books. I read all of them. It was like right when the movie came out too, so it was like my phase. And it's time for me to give away this one singular book. I don't own any of the rest of the series, so.
I'm giving away Shadow and Bone by Leigh Bardugo because
It's bad! The next book I'm going to be giving away is Just One Day by Gail Forman. I did not relate to this book in any way, shape, or form. I think this is for like college students. I read it when I was like in middle school and I couldn't relate, and so I was just like, meh.
I'm giving away The Wicked King by Holly Black. I have 2 copies of this, and I thought this book was okay anyway, so I don't need 2 copies.
I loved it. It was good. Ready Player One by Ernest
Ooh,
Cline.
controversial.
I don't know. I just
Everyone
didn't like
loves
this.
this.
I know everyone loves this book. It was boring. I didn't care about the twist. I was angry at the ending. The movie sucked. In my like least favorite books of 2018 video, so check it out.
I have Geek Girl by Holly Smale. I remember reading this a few years ago. It was good. I liked it, but I don't care.
Lay on the Offbeat. It wasn't that good. People didn't like this book, which is tea.
So I'm doing
Collectively, we're giving away 75 books.
Woohoo! That's a good cleanup for the top.